Welcome to the Winter Brothers Brookhaven Materials Recovery Facility. We are Long Island's largest processor of recyclable materials. At this facility, we practice dual-stream recycling, where containers recyclables are kept separately from fiber recyclables. The process starts on the tipping floor. Collection vehicles tip their loads and a payloader is used to move the materials into piles for storage. We also accept loads from other municipalities and transfer stations via tractor-trailer. A loader is used to move material into the metering bin, which slowly feeds material into the plant for sorting. A metering wheel is used to throw objects onto the in-feed conveyor. This helps space material evenly across the conveyor belt so that it can be sorted effectively. Evenly spaced material then heads up to the first oversized screen. The oversized screen removes any material larger than 14 inches. This includes scrap metal, mixed rigid plastics, and trash. A worker then manually sorts all of the oversized material. Undersized material then heads to a fine screen which removes objects such as broken glass, bottle caps, and small pieces of paper. Material then enters the first optical sorter, which uses near-infrared light and air jets to identify and eject number 2 plastics. This includes milk and laundry detergent containers. Ejected material heads down a quality control line where translucent natural HDPE milk jugs are manually sorted. Unejected material then heads onto an accelerator belt to help even the flow of material as it heads towards the second optical sorter. The second optical sorter targets number 1 PET plastic. PET plastic includes items such as water and soda bottles. Ejected PET plastic heads down a quality control line where a worker will remove any non-PET material. Material then heads underneath the belt magnet to remove ferrous cans. Workers manually sort out any remaining number 1 or number 2 plastics that may have been missed. Remaining material then drops onto the eddy current separator. The eddy current separator uses high-speed rotating magnets to induce an electrical charge into aluminum. The aluminum is repelled off the belt where remaining residual falls down. All of the materials are compressed into bales for storage and shipping. Finished baled materials are loaded onto trailers and shipping containers for shipment to domestic and international markets. The process starts on the tipping floor where trucks unload their mixed fiber recyclables for processing. A loader is used to add material to the metering bin. The metering bin is used to space material out evenly and send it into the system for processing. At the pre-sort station, workers remove any unacceptable items such as plastic bags, plastic wrap, and styrofoam. Material then enters the OCC separator screen. OCC, or cardboard, serves over the screens, while smaller paper materials fall down through the screens. Cardboard that serves over the screens is then conveyed to a quality control belt, where a worker removes any paper that may have made it over the screens as well as any contamination. Material that fell down through the OCC separator is then conveyed over a fine screen, which moves any small pieces of contamination. Material then enters the newspaper screen, where newspaper is allowed to surf up over the screen while other papers and contamination fall down. Newspaper is then conveyed to a quality control line, where workers will separate out any contamination or other types of fiber, such as small pieces of cardboard. Material that fell down off the newspaper screens are then conveyed to a secondary metering bin for further processing. This material is first screened again to remove oversized pieces of cardboard. The material then goes to the first optical sorter, which targets and ejects newspaper. Ejected material will then head to a quality control line, where workers will separate any non-newsprint materials. A second optical sorter targets and ejects cardboard and mixed paper. This material is then sent to a quality control line, where a worker separates out any non-fiber materials. Remaining material then passes under a magnet to remove any ferrous metals. A worker then manually sorts out any contamination, such as small pieces of plastic and foam. The remaining mixed paper then goes onto the eddy current separator to separate out any non-ferrous metal. All of the fiber materials are baled and prepared for shipment around the world.